Be strong, be soft, be rich, be stoic. Lead, but don't you dare control. Open up emotionally, but make sure you don't cry. Welcome to modern masculinity, where you're expected to be absolutely everything, but at the same time, you're allowed to be nothing at all. One little mistake and you're deemed as weak. One moment of genuine honesty and you will be judged. This isn't a good life at all. It's more of a performance. And men out there are burning out just trying to keep up with this. So let's make a start with those lovely double standards. So they're expecting the man to be really strong, but not too strong. They want you to be confident, but not too confident, because then they're going to call you arrogant. They want you to open up emotionally, but never ever be vulnerable. And they're expecting you to provide. They want you to earn £100,000 or dollars a month. Some of them expect you to look like Brad Pitt. They want you to be over 6 foot tall on a 6-figure income, while at the same time, they're not on a 6-figure income, and they're not looking like Angelina Jolie, for example. So in a nutshell, it's double standards all the way. So next up, we've got those unspoken expectations where there's no room at all for mistakes. So what is this going to look like? The guy could potentially be working in a job that he absolutely hates. He despises it. He's working 5-6 days a week, 50-60 hours a week, doing 12-hour days. And to top it off, his boss is an arsehole, for instance. And then he's expected to come home and perform perfectly, isn't he, in front of the woman? So there's going to be no complaining. He's expected to have loads of energy so we can engage in the conversations. And if he dares even complain, if he dares even says he's tired, he'll be deemed to be weak, to be pathetic, to not be good enough. So what does he do? He pretends everything's okay. He mans up, all the while this is all eating him inside. So a lot of men out there are going to be carrying on with this pressure in silence. And they're too afraid to show any weaknesses whatsoever. And if you think about that, from the get-go in a man's life early on, most of us were conditioned to, let's say, man up, to stop whining, don't be complaining, and simply deal with it. So even when they do feel the pressure to, let's say, perform, provide, or sometimes tolerate disrespect, a lot of men out there, they're just suffering in silence. They're afraid to speak up because they're scared again of looking weak. And a lot of the time, these men, they feel like they're walking on eggshells. Sometimes these eggshells have already broken, so you can't win. Where the love is conditional, and one small mistake, one wrong move, gets them emotionally penalised or sometimes even replaced. And if he does speak up, he's just simply dismissed. They say, you're being too sensitive, stop being insecure, don't be a bitch. So what do men do? They stop expressing and they carry on enduring, and again, they're suffering in silence. So if this video is resonating with you at all, please just take a second and hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about giving men a voice in a world that often just expects them to stay silent. So if you're tired of feeling all that pressure and you're ready for the real talk, then stick around, because there's plenty more coming. So where's all the humanity in all of this? Well, there is no room for humanity in this situation. The guy's not getting a good deal at all, is he? He's going to feel, it's going to be a lonely place, I'm telling you now, because if you're in a situation where you're putting everything in, but you're not allowed to genuinely, authentically express yourself, what kind of a place are you in there? This is not a happy life. This is not a good life to live. It's basically, you're just expected to endure, to shut up and to suffer, keep the money coming in and stop complaining, basically. So what's the cost going to be? What's the true price which is going to be paid for all of this, let's say, perfection? Of course, the guy's going to feel anxiety, he's going to suffer in silence, but eventually he's going to burn out. So what does that mean? He's going to disappear. A lot of men are going to disappear from relationships. They're going to disappear from fatherhood. So it's not just affecting the man on his own. There's deeper implications. The children could potentially grow up without a father. The mother could end up lonely due to her own behaviour potentially. So the family units are being affected. Think about all the single mums out there now, bringing up kids on their own. This is going to affect the children's personal development, therefore having a negative impact on the family unit, but also on society as a whole as well. And the truth is, all of this, let's say, perfection is just like a prison. It's no good. And in these silly games, nobody's winning at all. And do you know where the real strength is? It's in honesty, isn't it? It's in being your best authentic self, as imperfect as that is. And once you start to go more down that road, that's when you can find true connection. If you're sick to the teeth of all that pretending, all that fakeness, you're not alone, and you're not broken, by the way. You're simply just done with all that pressure to be perfect. And maybe if we think about it, it's time that we change what a man truly means. If this video has resonated with any of you, then please subscribe and join the tribe. I'll be releasing more content like this in the future. Thank you and goodbye.